In this video, we go over the rumors of a UK versus USA YouTube boxing event and whether KSI may return to boxing. There's been this event that has been announced between from Anisan Gibb and Deji, which is the brother of KSI, of course. So there's been an announcement that they will be fighting. I mean, there wasn't really an announcement. There was supposed to be.
Yeah, I think Gibb has said that he's gonna have the full fight announcement on this upcoming Friday. He said that, well, first he put out a post how there was like a contract dispute, and then a video will be posted on Friday, and then he changed it to just saying fight announcement on Friday, which is, it's weird. So hopefully they got that resolved. And then with Deji obviously coming back from his loss to Vinny Hacker, which everyone thought Deji was gonna win that, but he didn't turn up really in the right shape and everything.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. But hopefully third time's a charm, I guess.
It just didn't seem like he took it seriously. But now he just put out a video, of course, called Redemption, which he kind of showcased that he wants to redeem himself. Like now he's
like you said,
it's
last
been 2
chance.
times, so it's kind of hard to like redeem himself or kind of like tell us that kind of prove to us that he's actually gonna take it seriously, because he's already failed us twice. So it's gonna be hard to try to trust and believe in the process, but I think we got it, because that last loss was really bad, especially because at the caliber of opponent that he lost to. No offense to Vinny Hacker, but Deji had so much more training and so much more assets to beat Vinny Hacker than he showed, and he just didn't take the fight seriously. He didn't train enough, and super unfortunate. But I think Deji's definitely gonna try harder in his return. He's definitely gonna take it much seriously.
Well, he has to.
I'm pretty sure
pretty much game over.
He has to, bro.
Like there's no more times you can say redemption. Yeah. Really, like it'll be over.
And no one's really gonna care anymore after this fight. But the UK has his back for one last time, and even it's gonna be interesting. Obviously Gibb also fighting on the same card, potentially.
Hopefully Deji doesn't become the Sank again and finally becomes the Tank.
Yeah, the Sank.
And hopefully he becomes the Tank.
Yeah, hopefully he turns up and he's the Tank and not the Sank, but we'll have to see. Gibb had a great performance in his last fight against Taylor Holder, which that's an interesting that was an interesting fight. Obviously they gave it a draw, which
the most rigged thing ever.
Yeah, definitely. But
that event, like the way it turned out was so disappointing.
And how they didn't pay their fighters, and all that drama that was happening was super weird. But
and then it's gonna be interesting.
Gibb and Deji, ironically, Gibb and Deji were the only ones who got paid. So and they're the ones with the announcement. I mean, it'll be interesting. There are rumors that KSI is going to return on the same event. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see it. He would have probably announced it.
Yeah, he would have announced it himself, and also it doesn't really make sense for him to get on a YouTube boxing card.
Because he's doing all the music and everything with his tours, which I don't know if they're still going on right now, also, but he's been super busy. But it's going to be cool to see Gibb back in there now. And depending on who the opponent is, it could be a really interesting fight between whoever he is facing, and who knows where he wants to go from there. Maybe
I feel like Gibb might want to fight like an Austin McBroom, and then maybe if Austin McBroom was able to get past Gibb, then he'd fight a KSI. That would kind of make sense in my world, or in my opinion. But I don't know if Austin would be able to get past Gibb, because Gibb's tough as they come, and he's proven that he trains, and it would be a very hard matchup for Austin to take care of Gibb. But that's definitely a fight that's possible in the YouTube boxing world. Obviously, Austin is had a lot of drama with that whole Social Gloves thing. That was his event, and he's his name is under all of that drama and all of that.
It's a real stain on his name, especially because now I feel like if he tried to get back into the scene of YouTube boxing, there's always gonna be some stigma attached to him.
Yeah.
Just because of how that ended up and how that went, but he had a good performance against Bryce Hall. Obviously, Bryce Hall not the greatest of fighters.
We got Bryce Hall, but
but it's still a good performance. But depending on if he fights Gibb and if he managed to get past Gibb, but I don't think he would. I think it favors Gib, but if he were to get past Gib, then we could possibly see KSI fight Austin and KSI finally making his return.
Yeah.
And then who knows from there? Maybe even Jake Paul down the line if KSI won.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't see that, but
yeah, I personally, I don't think Jake Paul makes sense for any YouTuber at this point because he's moved on to real fighters and potentially real boxers if that Tommy Fury fight does come back.
Yeah.
Which, I mean...
But the cool thing, like, the interesting thing is that, like, that fight between Jake and KSI is in some way always there.
Yeah, of course.
Just
of course.
how much hype there is in the YouTube world.
It still makes sense in terms of money, but in terms of for KSI, it doesn't really make sense in my opinion, because why does he need to get in there with Jake Paul at this point? He doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, and it doesn't really seem like it will happen. He hasn't had any boxing matches recently, so. It doesn't really make sense.
If he fought anyone, I could see Austin making sense, and I think that would be a good fight.
I think he said he wanted to fight Austin, which it would be interesting. There was also this leak I think it was called Showstar Boxing, that had
that's gonna be the promotion for them.
That had like a poster of UK versus USA, but then they kind of got rid of the banner. So it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see if that's the promotion and how they'll handle that. A UK versus USA YouTube boxing event would definitely be cool to see. And we definitely cover it here on the podcast. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of that. In terms of if that gets announced, I've also been thinking. KSI has his own boxing promotion now. I'm pretty sure a few months ago. I'm pretty sure it was when the original Social Gloves event was taking place that he announced his own boxing promotion. So we haven't seen that since then. I think that was in June. So already like half a year ago. We haven't really seen anything to do with that. So
somewhat soon there's going to be something to do with that. Whether with him or maybe other fighters. Who knows,
other celebrities. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe they put on a YouTube boxing event of their own in terms
maybe we'll see promoter KSI in action.
Yeah, I mean, we got promoter Jake Paul kind of at this point with Amanda Serrano and Most Valuable Promotions. So
yeah.
Who knows at this point. This clip is taken directly from the Punch Plan podcast. You can check the episode out right now on your screen, or you can go in the link in the description and stream it on Spotify. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.